Yeah, hi, hello, and welcome, y'all. So, for today's rant, we gonna be, ranting on some pet peeves of mine. It was not brought up to me, but the idea came up after a certain thing happened this morning, and low key, it'll be my first topic. I'll get into it, but it like gave me the idea for this video, so I don't want to take too long with an intro. But one more thing before I get into it, if y'all would like to, and y'all have been supporting me so far, so like so well so far. Just leave a like on the video if you like it. Go ahead and get into the comments. I want to build a community around here, so I want to try to get more engagement. But as of late, it's been so good. It's been so good, and I'm honestly kind of happy. So thank y'all. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into my rants. And I am doing 10. I might leak into a few more, but to start, and this is the thing that was brought up, decaf coffee. Let me calm down real quick. I was about to start like going crazy. Decaf coffee, right? It just defeats the whole purpose of coffee. Like, right? Like I wake up every morning. I or one of my family members will make a pot of coffee, and whoever wakes up first will make it. And we drink the coffee specifically to wake up. There's caffeine in it, right? But decaf coffee, what is the point? There's so many better drinks. There's so many other things that could, help you out. Like if you need something refreshing, I know coffee isn't it. If you need something hot, fuck hot cocoa or something. Like I'll drink a cup of hot cocoa even if it's not cold out. But like it kind of makes no sense to drink coffee in the first place unless you're doing it for the reason that I'm getting mad about coffee, like caffeine. Like that's what coffee is. Like why would you drink something that's bitter and something that you got to acquaint your taste buds to, and like defeat the purpose of it. Like it makes no sense to drink decaf, and that's one of my niche things. But for my next little thing I want to get into is low key solo leveling fans, and some of these are gonna be serious, some of these aren't gonna be too serious, but they're just things that like I've found to be very niche, but get under my skin, and that's what a pet peeve is. But solo leveling fans, and I want to throw an honorable mention of My Hero fans as well. But solo leveling fans, I'm a JJK fan, so you know how deranged we are when it comes to our favorite anime. It at least has like it at least attempts to create a story. Like I know that it gets a lot of backlash for having a rush story, but solo leveling is just fucking like I'm not even gonna be like like the typical person and say, oh, it's just aura farming and shit. Outside of the first couple of episodes, which the first episode was like peak episode, like I remember reading the manual years ago on Webtoon. So like I was hyped for that. That shit was hype. It created a story. But after this nigga reincarnates, it's like not reincarnates, but y'all know what I mean if y'all seen the show. Bro just straight either aura farms or like there's just no sense of like any risk to him. Like it's a power fantasy, and JJK is just like that. But like for this anime, it's pure. It lacks a story that is more than I get stronger with every challenge I complete. Like I don't mind the level system. I've played games where you got to level up. It's a basic concept, but for an anime, like outside of and I love Mappa, it's not good enough, bro. It's just aura farming at the end of the day, and like I really just don't mess with the fans who like glorify the anime, because it's not a bad anime. It's not a bad anime, and the graphics are insane for it. Like I love Mappa's animation, but the fans just make it unbearable. They're almost like My Hero fans in terms of like just being unbearable. But and excuse me, I had a burp drinking coffee. But for my next little peeve, slam doors. It like literally slamming doors in general. Like doors tend to have stoppers, or they have little like little soft like rubber pieces that like keep it from making a loud audible noise. But in my house, or pretty much every house I've lived in, or for some reason just my family in general, they just love to slam doors. Everybody. And that's, y'all are not safe if y'all are watching this. If y'all somehow find this, like, no, y'all all slam the doors, and like that just it's just like especially if I haven't had my coffee or some shit, and that means it's in the morning. Like I hate doors that I can't even like put into words how much I hate it. It makes a loud audible noise that is unnecessary. Like, just shut the door like a normal person. You push and you pull. Like you literally do two things with a door. You don't just let it slam after you push or pull it. You don't do one of the two. You do both. That's how we were taught. Pretty much everybody as kids. Like you pull and then you let it shut. You're not going to a convenience store. You're in your own home. So to be like more specific, like inside a house, like don't slam doors. Like that's just the most like nerve-wracking thing. All right, and for the next one, low-key people who don't take accountability, and playing sports and shit like that. Like, I was always told, take accountability. Like, you got to take accountability for either your teammates and for yourself. Like, always, like I like to think of myself as an empathetic person. I think about a lot of different reasons as to, like, why someone won't take any accountability to do something, just anything in general. Or in some of my more aggravating cases as of recent in games, like, if you're doing something wrong, just take accountability to it. Acknowledge the fact that you're doing something wrong, and then that's fine. Like, that doesn't hurt me. That doesn't make me mad. That doesn't trigger any kind of response from me, except like okay, thank you for being honest. Honesty and accountability, like just know who you are as a person. Know what you're doing wrong or what you're doing, and just know how that could like, know how you have to take accountability for your own actions. And if you're doing something wrong, don't act oblivious to it, and don't deny it. And I sound a little serious on this, even though my only example is a game, but like all aspects of life, like, just always take accountability of what you do. If you do something good, take accountability for it. It feels good. If you do something bad, lock the fuck in and fix it. And like, it's as simple as that. But let me get to my next piece. We'll throw another silly one in here. And this is something from my past. I don't smoke blunts anymore, but not passing the blunt in rotation. And it was a thing of mine, and I'll be honest, I had trouble with that at first when I was like a new smoker. I smoked with my friends, my homeboys. Like it's always a rule to pass the blunt, and like within like decent strides, like you puff 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 pass or something. You build a routine, or you just naturally pass the fucking blunt. But like, just in general, like, always pass it. And if you're doing a story time or some shit like that, pass it while, like, don't get so entranced in your story to like, forget to pass the most important thing that's keeping the story going. And that that's how it always is with blunts. If you're doing story time, it's because of the blunt. You high as fuck, and that's only fair. And in my time of smoking, like, I would honestly like get so annoyed if someone didn't pass it to me. And this was after I was like I said, I don't want to be a hypocrite. I'll be honest. I didn't pass the blunt as much back then, but like I know it now. And when I did do it for a time, like, I started passing that shit. You got to make sure to do that. But next topic. This is one that I could low-key go into for an entire video, but I'm not. I'll be honest. I'm not diagnosing myself with anything, but it'd be saying like self-diagnosing myself with OCD. I am not necessarily a clean freak, but I like things to be really organized. And well, I'm be lying to say I'm not a clean freak. nasty stuff icks me, and I can hold back like the expression, but it's like it's still there. It's still something like that's nasty. But honestly, it's more of the organization thing. Things can be messy around me, but they need to be organized. They need to be in a way that like lets me know where everything is, if that makes sense. Like I just did something that I'm gonna speak on later in the video, but I won't bring it up yet. But yeah, I just like my things organized. My entire room is organized. If there's ever a mess, things are still organized within the mess. And right now, I can tell you my room is clean as fuck, and just organized. But yeah, let me get to the next one. I ain't got too much longer to go in this video. I don't want to keep it going for too long. But all right. So this one might be like, and to clarify, I am agnostic. I don't believe in a God, and I don't think there is any. But at the same time, I don't hate on other people's beliefs and stuff, and I'm open to all of that. To like if you follow a certain thing, that's on you. That's fine. That's perfectly normal in my mind. So with that clarified, people who like shove religion into your face, it's 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 the people who stand on the street, or if you're in front of your church and you're passing out flyers, like that's fine. That's like kind of what you're trying to do. But when you're I remember being back at my old school, and you know like when we would walk, like when we were going off the front of the school, and getting ready to cross the street, or whatever. Sometimes there'd be people out there for it was like a Christian school, or not a Christian school, a Christian church. And they would like literally, like, it was borderline, like, I don't like to throw around the word harassment, but like it was borderline verbal, and like just like in my face harassment. Like, bro, like I used to just get to the point where I just took the flyer, and just kept walking. I'd be like, thank you. And then, that's, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it. And like that's what I did. Like, and it's not that I didn't have anything nice to say, but they made it really hard for me to be nice when you're not, or even respectful, because you're not even being respectful to me by getting it into my face and not respecting the fact that you don't even know who you're talking to. So like, start up a conversation or some shit. Like, they would actually like be OD with the flyers and like their talks. And like I said, I don't judge anyone, but like, someone who doesn't follow your beliefs probably won't want to sit there and listen to a monologue of your beliefs. It's not needed. It's not necessary. But I do apologize if that offends anyone. I don't mean for it to, but that's like just my honest view on that small little subject that might trigger a few people. But it definitely triggers me, the shoving it in my face type of shit. It's like, just let me explore it on my own. But all right. My next one, when a friend, asks, when a friend specifically, because most people, like, obviously aren't gonna like know this off the top of their head, but like your friends, or my friends in this case, like when they ask certain questions, like, does that make sense? Like, and I ain't gonna lie, it's like one specific friend who does this, but he created a whole pet peeve for me. It's like, when I hear that, it's like, do you think, like, it'll be on a topic we know, so it's like duh, like JJK for instance. Like, bro, yes, I know about the fucking lore of JJK to an extent, and he'll ask me something that I'm more of a JJK fanboy than he is. It took forever to get homeboy under that, but like he asked me questions about just that one topic, or any other topic that we both know a lot about. Like, bro, asking me does it make sense after every time you say something does not help me even understand it. If that's your goal, like, if you want to help me understand it, then like, why are you asking me if everything makes sense? Like, you're doing it in like I don't even want to say a demeaning, that's just too serious of a word, but like, you're doing it in a way that, like, you coming off as annoying, gang. But like, all respect. All right, I'm gonna be a little quick with this one, but Bro. Someone telling me to change my appearance, like genuinely telling me like you should change your appearance in so and so way. And what I mean by that is like, bro, some people have asked me like, oh, you should cut your dreads or you should get like waves or something. Bro, you know how long it's taking to grow these? Like, bro, I'm not restarting to, appeal to like one person's opinion. Like, I like this look, it's me, so I'm never gonna change that, low key. All right, I added before I get back into that, I added a little extra time to the video. Just have the screenshot up here so the gameplay will end. But getting back into my dreads, bro. Like to get to this very specific niche is like when someone tells me I should cut my dreads. Like people don't realize, it takes a long time to get your dreads to a certain length. So like mine are like around 7 inches now. So it's like, bro, I'm not restarting my entire year and a half's worth of work just because you asked. Like, and they'll be like adamant on it, or like you should get waves or you should get a taper fade. Like, bro, I would have gotten those things had I wanted them a year and a half ago, and I would have kept it up. So it's like, nah, I'm not cutting the dreads, gang. But let me get on to my last one, and I'm probably gonna. Nah. Let me just get into the last one. All right, so I had a few written down left in my notebook of like, my peeves that I wrote down so I wouldn't lose track of them. But last one, and this is kind of a joke, but bro, bigger people, and y'all know what I mean by that. And it's just their tendencies to do certain things that kind of like irk me in a certain way. And like I said, I don't want to be disrespectful on it or nothing, but it's just I don't want to speak on the person who like gave me this peeve, and it's more of like a fear if anything. But for the clarification of this video, it's a peeve. Like the way some of y'all eat, it's like it kind of like is I've never been one to be. I've never had anything but like 6-pack abs, and that's not a flex or nothing. It's just I'm skinny, so like you're gonna naturally have abs, or you're gonna have at least a washboard at most. But like back when I was doing football, for instance, and I wasn't built like a cutting board, I would eat on the same level as a specific person around me, but they were like 3 times my size. And playing football and shit, doing track, you're gonna come home hungry as fuck every night. So like I would be hungry, but like it kind of like just irked me to see other people in this one very specific way that like it gets under my skin a little. It's like nah, like you can, like I can control how the way I eat at no matter size. So it's like just like it just made me not want to eat so much. But it's kind of trailing off of it being a peeve. But yeah, so like I said, no disrespect to any bigger people. I love y'all just as much as anybody else. But there's just like one aspect to y'all's characteristic that it gets under my skin a little bit. It's like just, I don't even want to say do better. Just don't eat as much, respectfully. But let me stop hating. And there was no hate there. So if y'all get to this point of the video, like trust me, it's just a peeve. It's not. I have a lot of big friends. You know what I mean. But yeah. But to go ahead and close this video out. I do appreciate y'all checking into my videos. Any returning subs or new people who might join in, go ahead and comment. I appreciate y'all showing up, so for real. And we just hit 60 subs. I think I mentioned in my last video, but let's keep running it up, and let's try to get to 100 within the next couple of months, and I'm sure we can get it. So, but like I said, I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all.